everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Falcons coming in at 2-2, going up against the Eagles, who come in at 1-3.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Atlanta Falcons. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's Ryan to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Time running out here on the play clock. Freeman again. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Ryan on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now Hood, and some space here. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you good.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Selleck here with the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. In motion is Austin Hooper. On third down, Ryan gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice week.
Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lambo on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They run again with Hood. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down now after the incompletion. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Wentz to throw on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Salek here, left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Ryan on second down. Jones has it. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And the Bucks are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it first and 10. Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Ryan. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Wentz now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. To throw is Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ryan going deep downfield for Ross. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Ryan. Got some real estate inside the 30, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. play of the half. It's Ryan. The swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Lambo on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And the Buccaneers have just extended their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They run here with Hood, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 44 yards on the ground. On 1st down, Ryan steps away. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the carry, it's Hood. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun. Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. On first down, Wentz. Torrey Smith, watch him go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. Freeman with a fast feet. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
On the return, here's Dree Archer. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this one through the uprights and good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, Wentz. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, it's Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. This is Hood on the ground, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, here's Wentz. That is incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are, so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff looking right. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down and 4. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Blount rumbling with a first down and more. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the lead is down to 24. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The final score now from that game at Lambeau. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Ryan wants to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.